This meeting is being recorded.
Here we are with Greenclean, Brad, Sabine, Rustle, Taylor, and the man himself, Urs Wirths from Germany. Thanks for coming on today, Urs. Do you know it's been 2 years we've been working together now? And
so long. Yeah.
And when I first started, Australia was in a pretty bad way. I mean, the sky was always stagnation and discoloring, brown sky, hazy sky, either too much rain or not enough rain, and just, the particular trails everywhere in the sky, and it was pretty miserable. And now I've just come up to stay with Rustle for 2 weeks I've been here, and we have not seen one trail in the sky. Every day it's beautiful blue, deep blue sky, beautiful clouds, amazing energy. And I've just witnessed the changes up here in northern New South Wales and also in Sydney where I live, amazing changes. And have you been keeping an eye on the weather over here? What have you seen in terms of rainfall or any changes that you've seen?
I always look via a website on any country where we have installed anything. So I look on Australia, on Namibia, on the Sahara region, on Europe, on California, and South America, so we can see what happens.
Good. And
yeah.
From your observation, have you seen overall in Australia, what are the differences that you've seen since we started doing the work here?
At the beginning, you had rain in the very east and a little bit in the west, and sometimes in the southwest, but never in the northwest. And right in the middle was very poor rain. And now you see in the forecast always it gets bigger and bigger, and it changes sometimes twice a day. They do not know how to bring a forecast. And sometimes I have videos from Uluru with heavy rain, and on the websites there was no rain, and it has 20 liters per square meter. Yeah. So you can't believe the websites.
No, you can't believe the weather reports, can you?
Yes.
Okay, and what about Norfolk Island? When we went over there, they were in drought. We set up 3 large-scale activations and activated the ocean with your blocks. And, well, we got them out of drought, didn't we?
Yes, it's totally different. If you see the country, it's great. It's like the whole East Coast in Australia. It's totally different. You had snow since how many years?
Yeah. We had the best ski season in at least 10, 20 years or something ridiculous. All season, good snow, and actually really cold winter again.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, beautiful winter that we've just had, and now coming into summer in a couple more months. So, yeah, and what about New Zealand?
I've watched not so much in New Zealand because they have enough rain, or much more than Australia.
Yeah.
But when we have the systems, it's more normal, the weather, normal as before.
Yeah.
We have several regions in the world. In Portugal and in Spain, a friend of mine always drives from south of Portugal to the north of Germany. And he activates always on the way to Germany and on the way back, and he drives always a different way. And he told me, my father said it's the weather is like when he was a little boy, and his father is now 80.
Wow.
70 years ago. So we are driving it back into normal.
Yeah. And how many more years of this work that we're all doing, how many more years do you see it going for until we can say, all right, that's good, we're back in harmony now?
Yeah, it will take 2 to 5 years. to bring it completely back. In Germany, they try to use harp and the microwaves on a very brutal, very ugly way. They will try to destroy the farmers' crops and everything. Sometimes it stands, the next day it will fall down, and that's just microwaves. So we have to strengthen the nature so much that that won't happen.
And what about, I've actually noticed that, sometimes when they do the trails in the sky and all the other tech that they use, by the next morning, it's gone. So overnight,
Yes.
the orgone and nature and the flow and the wind just takes it away. Wake up the next day, it's another beautiful day. So it's definitely not hanging around. But a lot of people might say, oh, we've had enough rain. What other benefits do they get from having the harmony stations?
The energy on your ground, on your place increases. And when the energy increases, you get more energy or you don't lose energy. And if you don't install any microwave technology, then you stay healthy. It's a very simple thing. If we have people install the NHS 2.0 and put grass seeds out, and around the NHS into the grass was 20 to 30 centimeters, and 5 meters away there was nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get benefits of the garden, more energy for well-being. So let's talk about the NHS 2.0. What's please tell us the function of this one and what are people mainly using this for?
We have a steel tube. On the steel tube, there is a chip to harmonize any frequency which is attracted through the steel. So we have a natural wave always. And then there are layers out of wool fleet and steel wool. Das heißt getrennt with paper layers between, and that accumulates the ether energy and forms, through the form of the system, forms a torus field. And the torus field is the same like a tree. When you cut a tree, you see the wet and the dry layers. And it's like a tree, but the tree cannot be affected through microwaves. So if the vibration from the microwaves gets up and up and up, and the NHS gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So even when they put a cell phone beside it, it gets stronger and works more. So you never get a stagnation around this system. Yeah. Normally, when you place the system, you have more animals around. All animals drink out of the water there. We had everything from horses to any animals drinking out of the water, even the birds. Sometimes we have a little lake beside, and the birds come drinking out of the NHS.
Yeah, well, it's a highly charged, orgone structured water. And
Yes.
yeah, so we were actually placing these NHS 2.0 on the positive ley lines, and then we had some people do some tests, and the whole energy of the land was raising its vibration. So,
Yes.
The people that do the property clearings, they would
Yes.
do a property clearing, and before, let's say it's 600, afterwards their property clearing would be 800. But the same thing happens when you put a NHS 2.0. It just does their job for them. So
Yes.
yeah, that's been nice putting them on specific spots. So we'll go over to the orgone beam now. And please tell us how the orgone beam works and what it works with in terms of the other devices.
The orgone beam makes mostly a beam as one field up, and you can give information over the top of the beam into the air. When you put a deuterium ampoule on top, then you give this information up in the sky. When we start this in 2020, in October, we put a deuterium on it. We had in 12 days, every day, minimum 2 times rain. Because the water change in the sky, the end of the water change is a deuterium. And when you speed them up, then you get rain. But now in Germany, we have so much organ beams that I think there's no more deuterium left.
Yeah. Well, we stopped using the deuterium as well because it's hard to get. So what else could someone put on an orgone beam? Could they put particular crystals?
You can put everything on. Just test your vitality from 0 to 100, and when you put it on, if your vitality goes up, then it's okay. And if your vitality goes down, then don't do it.
Okay.
When we were in Portugal 2 weeks ago, we activated the little waters. They have an organ beam and NHS. And they said, yeah, every morning from the river, the fog comes up and sometimes it rains a little bit. And we activated little water spots, very little. And the whole night it rains. And in the morning at 8 it rains, at 9, at 10, at 11. And at 12 we start to put alcohol in the cup of the NHS. And a little alcohol on top of the beam. At 1 p.m., we had nice clouds and blue sky.
So it works better when everyone in the area puts the alcohol 40%, yeah?
Yeah, when it's too much rain or when the farmer wants to harvest, then they need dry weather.
So why do they use, why is the alcohol used? You know, some people might say it's a poison or toxin or whatever. Why do they use alcohol?
When we use sugar water, we get clouds. When we use alcohol, we remove the clouds. So you can help yourself. We don't do this. We have a garden party. Now we need nice weather. We don't do this. Just for the nature or for the farmers that it works. Not for my garden party. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions, Russell? So we're going to go to the next one. And Russell, if you've got a question, fire away, mate.
Yeah. No, all good. Yep.
Oh, he's all good. All right. Okay, so universal chip. Can you please explain how that's made and how it works?
There are 3 layers. One layer is copper, one layer is a magnetic layer with frequencies on it, and one layer is a paper. And that is inside a plastic. And when you have the chip, and here is the metal, then the frequency goes through the magnetic layer to the copper. Copper is like a mirror and goes back on like the cell phone or on the steel rod from the NHS. And then there is an overlay on the frequencies. And it doesn't matter what frequencies are coming. Because the overlay is always, and it's a natural overlay. And when you understand the harmonic system of the universe or of the ground, of the earth, then you know what frequencies do you need. Very simple. But it took me 3 years to check it out.
Wow. Okay, that's good. So what sort of people, what are people using the chips for?
For the smart meter, for the cell phone, for the grounding of the house. Because when you put it on the grounding, then everything which is electric is chipped. And for the router or something, you have to do it extra because they go through the air and not through the metal of the system or to the cover.
Okay.
And on the cell phone, it's great. You just put it on the back and you can do a test, an arm test, and nothing happens anymore.
So it's been proven to stop the effects of EMF?
Mostly, yes.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay,
I
so
start-
next product, we're going to go to the NHS 3.0. So we're coming over there to visit you and learn the Ursa cream. We haven't actually been doing any Ursa cream yet because we're not certain of how it's done. So we've only been using these for the weather. But can you please give us a rundown of this unit?
This thing is very, very simple. You can use a cream pot and the NHS on top and a layer between information or your hand, and you inframe your information of your hand inside the cream pot. And we have people with skin problems. We call it psoriasis. And the people make a cream, a lotion, take it 3 to 4 days, and often after 4 days, the problem is gone.
Wow.
It's very simple. When we take radium is a number 75 on the periodic system, and you inform it into the cream, the lotion, and you take the lotion, your energy goes up to 40% a night. And when the body is okay and stays that level, then it takes you 3 nights or 3 days to increase your maximum level.
So what sort of stuff are people using the Ursa cream for?
Thousands of people. And when I start the order creams, I want to buy 5,000 lotions or creams. And I didn't even get an answer from the deliverer. When you order this lower than 15 tons, you don't get an answer. So I decided to give it free for everyone.
Wow.
And in our order cream group, there are thousands of people, and some made PDF where you see this material is for that, this for that, and you can use borax or the boron, and you can use anything.
So people use it for like inflammation, pain, maybe cancer, or no?
So look, when you have cancer, then you have a problem with your liver and a problem with some other organs. And when you have cancer, you best read the books of Kerry Rees. They are all in English. They are all on my Telegram group. The Telegram group is called Wetterarbeit, weather work in German. And there is a subdirectory that's called RBTI, Reams Biological Theory of Ionization. And these books are great. And then you see how to do with cancer. First is to get the dirt out of your body, normally with clear water and with onions. And so you get the dirt out, and you have to get calcium in. Calcium is very, very, very important. And we just take calcium carbonate. That's, for us, it's called Rügener Heilkreide. It's like chalk. And I eat this every morning, a half spoon, just in the mouth and water and go. And your whole body changes, your muscles. I'm now 60. And when you throw these blocks here inside the sea, then you see how strong you are and how fast. And after 4 weeks taking this, we were in Portugal and Spain, and I have to throw this over a cliff and wondered how strong my throwing was.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's good? This is a health question for people that get worms. What is good to remove worms? Parasites.
Parasites we have one system. If you have parasites in the intestine, then we get up at 2 in the morning. Then we drink 400 milliliters of black tea with sugar. That is like opening the bar. They like the black tea and they like the sugar. So they get awake and start eating. 20 minutes later, we drink 2 little spots of alcohol, 40%, like vodka or like gin. Then the worms get drunken.
Okay.
They're really drunken. And 20 minutes later, you take ricinus oil.
Yeah.
And say what?
It's castor oil in English.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
30 milliliters. And then you lay in the bed. And I tell you, you stand up at 6 in the morning. You go to the toilet and everything comes out. And it comes out alive. And sometimes you watch and you see it. You see the worms. And if you have worms, you do it 3 to 4 weeks later again to get the rest also out of it. But when you kill the worms in another system, then every poison gets back in your body, and we want to bring the poison out of the body. That is a funny way. Lots of people did it, but you do it 3 nights in a row. And it's better to do it with 2 people, because the second night you won't get up, and the third also. 2 o'clock in the morning is not the human time to get up.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Very good. All right. So we've covered the 3.0. It's good for harmonizing the weather, creating orgone energy, and also powerful healing tool when made with the Ursa creams, which we will bring more information about that soon. So now we're going to go over to the balls. Now, we're wondering, do we need to stock the Ursa balls and the Roba balls, or can we just achieve the same or similar results with just this analog ball?
They have different ways to work. The Roba ball was the best for the drinking water. And it's still, I'm trying to figure out how Robert makes the balls, and I'm getting better. But now he made some balls with lithium information and balls with other information, and they are really great. I bought them, and then I went away and leave them there. Tomorrow I will get them. And he always takes good lithium, no lithium or tart, which is like poison. So he took original stuff for the information. And with the ball, like the ball for the activation, is always no time. It's you put it in the water and all water is informed. Like in the swimming pool, 1 second in, out, ready. And the people don't believe it.
Yep. And when placed on the fan here, can you please talk about what that does and how that works?
The fan, I watched all the weather work of Trevor Constable, and he worked with rotating stuff, and so I thought about how to remove the chemtrails, how to get the weather going, because we had from January to May unnatural east wind, so we have no rain in Germany. From east wind and rain, this is very, very seldom. So I always test what I do, and then I build it, and then I see if it works. And when you put 4 of these analog balls on a fan and let it rotate, or it's a wind mill and it rotates, have to rotate. Then the ether, which brings the humidity from the ground up in the sky, stops at a lower level. You have more, not fog, you have more dew in the morning, and so everything gets green. And when it stops at about 1,800 meters over ground, then the chemtrails on top, they have no water around to protect them. And then the light ether kills the particles, change them into energy. And so we have nice clouds through the walls and activating water. We have the humidity near to the ground, and we have no chemtrails. We have blue sky over the clouds. That's great. Simple, and it's just stupid simple.
So the balls on the fan, all the different devices are neutralizing the particles, causing them not to be effective.
They just hold the humidity lower to the ground, and the light ether helping us to neutralize the chemtrails. We do nothing, just hold the humidity.
So it's actually is it not the charge of the orgone that's sort of meeting the particles and neutralizing them in a way, or?
We have different kind of ether. We have wie heißt das? Den festen Äther, the
A solid
physical ether. We have the fluid, and we have the gas ether. And the fluid ether comes up in the morning with the dew and feeds the plants. And if there are almost particles, they are taken from the water to the leaves, to the lower side of the leaves, and feed them. And normally they go a huge high. And with the fan, they just stay lower over the ground. And so the light ether is much more powerful because there's no water protection for the particles. And they spray on 8 to 10,000 meters, and they can't spray on 2,000 or 1,000 meters. Then the people were crazy when you're flying 1,000 meters over Sydney.
Okay, great. And the NHS 2.0 does this as well?
Now the NHS 2.0 and 3.0 just make a torus field and bring movement into the weather. They increase the energy and bring movement. And the movement is when they have all the microwaves and the forests. Then the forests go down from the metabolism. And then the field, it's like a buffaloon. No, versus a Luftballon. But after some days, it's... And the field of the trees always goes down from the microwaves. And when you put an NHS there, there's a big field. And then the trees always starting. And you can increase also the fields of the trees with Agnihotra. That's great, simple, and easy.
Beautiful. All right, so talk about Rustle and I were watching a YouTube conference yesterday with some quantum physicists and scientists, and you went to talk on there, but the recording of your voice was very bad, and you said something about creating a vortex in the water and how that affects the ether.
That was with the man who took over the works from the Orgone lab. Yeah, we were in Austria and we had so bad connection.
Yeah.
I just shut down the camera and everything, but it was too slow.
But can
everything.
You talk about what you were going to say?
Well, a long time ago.
It was about creating a vortex in the water and how that affects the weather.
Normally, you have to have the water going with a normal, not frequency, with a normal structure. When you have microwaves and dirt in the water, then the structure gets destroyed. When you put a glass of water like here, and you put a cell phone beside, at first you measure the electrical, wie sagt man wieder, Widerstand, the resistance of the water, how much energy flows, and then you put the cell phone beside, and then the energy flows not anymore. It destroys the water structure, so no, wie heißt das? We measure it in microsiemens. It's das ist der Widerstand des Wassers, den wir messen.
The water, the resistance of the water.
Yeah, and when you put the cell phone beside, the resistance goes up. No, there's no energy flowing. Also, when you put the cell phone on the head, here the resistance of the water inside goes up, and you see the people driving. And we have microwaves all over. And when you put a glass bowl to restructure the water, or a vortex to restructure the water, then we have the natural resonance, and we get again clouds, and we get more fish, and we get more oxygen in the water. That is how it works. And you can do it with Schauberger technology. No, not yet.
You can do it with this technology.
It should work, yes.
So the trick really is in the structuring, and once the water's structured, it can do its thing. You can sync up with the rest of nature.
Yes. When you structure the water, then it makes resonance to all good waters, to all the nature, to all your body, to the plants. And if you have enough oxygen in the water, then and you feed your plants with water with oxygen in, then they grow much better.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the nails. The pulse nails.
Mm-hmm.
Are they popular over there?
Yes. I don't promote them because then I have too much work.
You're not doing them so much anymore.
I bought this year 500 kilos. It's not much left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Look, a friend of mine went to Namibia and planted 33 trees near Omaruru. There is, you see stones and there's nothing. And I told him, dig a deep hole, minimum 1.40 meters, maybe 1.50 meters, until you feel a little humidity in the ground. And then he tested, he put water in and looked if the water goes down. So you have a connection to the ground. And then we plant the trees inside and put one nail in. And there was nearly no rain since April. And from these 33 trees, 31 are still alive and growing. Maybe 2 holes have no connection, the other ones were good. And you have to have a fence around, and he wants to build a small forest, because when you under the trees, it's about 25 degrees, and outside it's 35 or 40 degrees. And it cools. And he builds this around the place where he starts to build his house. And next November, he will build the next 30, 40 trees, grow them.
Okay.
And
that helps.
The nail attracts the water. And when you have the nail inside, on my ground, it's always humid. We have two places, one without nails, one with nails. And when you walk bare feet, the one is totally dry and the other one is always wet. Also, the microbiome is much better. and I use it in the garden where we grow all kind of cabbage and stuff. And it works, it walks and walks. It gets bigger and bigger. And when we're not here, we're not here. Sometimes we're 2 weeks away and nobody puts water on it. It works.
Beautiful.
Cool. So that's a good one for the garden. Yeah, so that's pretty much covering all our products. Is there anything else that you're working on that we can introduce here in Australia? Any new stuff that you're working with?
Yeah, these what Rustle had in his hand.
Yeah.
We always use it for water. This is to restructure the water in the tube without cutting off the tube. We put it underneath the tube. It's like if this is the tube, it goes under this and it pulls us into the water. And you see the difference. On my website, there are 2 little videos from a farmer, and he had such a whole, a huge, wie sagt man Schlauch? A huge hose, yeah, and goes 1 kilometer, and then you see spraying the water. And one time it sprays so very hard, and then once the activation, it makes. It's simple because you just put it under and you see it. Sometimes we were at the show where the farmers are, and they had demonstrate some water activation stuff or water bringing out of the fields. And I took the piece and put it under the hose, and you see the water goes out, goes longer, goes farther. That was funny.
So it basically structures the water. Would it structure the water as well as something that actually the water passes through?
It structures when the water flows over this device.
Okay, and how do you tie it on, or how do you fit it to the pipe?
Just with a plastic belt. It just hangs like this underneath. Very simple.
Like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Yep. Righto.
We call it kabelbinder. I don't know the word in English.
Where is that on your website? Can we find it here?
Wait, go up. Go up.
Yep.
Go to agriculture. Go with the mouth on agriculture, and then you go to water activation.
Yep.
Yes. There you see one picture, the top one without activation and the other one with activation. And the water gets more fine, it sprays better. And if you go down, then you see the 2 videos. When you go down a little bit, then you see the 2 videos. You just can click them. Just click it.
It might stuff up the internet because we have not much signal.
Okay. Yeah. And you see on the left side.
So this is popular for people on the farms that want to structure the water for the farming.
Yes. Some people who deliver stuff for farmers, they take this because it is cheap for them and it's always effective and it works always.
Okay. So what else, before I ask the question about, is there anything new that you're working on?
Always.
Always, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Urs, you talked about doing some broad acres with the nails. How did you get that done?
Was this broad acres?
Big farms.
Yeah, several people buy it. Most people don't tell about it because when it works, they don't tell about it. They don't talk. That's like the farmers. I have something, it works, you don't get it. Yeah, it, it is simple, it works always. And when you do it, we did it on a place where the cows get the grass. And they had about 5 millimeters to 50 millimeters ground, and then was stone. So we get a drilling machine inside and put the nails in. And at the beginning, the cows were not at that place. And the next year, there was so much grass that the cows enjoyed it. And on the other side, where we didn't do this, there was much fewer grass.
All right.
Yeah. It's just stupid. And we did it 3 by 3 meters, just made a cable with marks and then moved it. And next line, that was very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do it on a field where you grow crops or something, you just have to put it deep enough in the ground. Then you can work as normal.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's this e-smog attachment?
This one. This build's a friend of mine. I don't use it. I have my universal chip. I developed a new chip, and the chip is quite perfect now. But I'm not on the market with the chip. When you put the chip on a ground where 2 lines crossing and there's a problem, you put just a chip in and everything is gone. And this one, I don't use it because you have to remove it when you do the cream and everything. For me, it's too complicated.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. So, is there anything else that you want to talk about on here, on your website while we're here?
We are sitting every day together, testing things, doing things with radionic, doing things with health, and with our Ursa system for health. We can repair so much things so simple and so fast. It's great. If people have pain in the back, normally it takes 15 minutes to get it going or to remove it.
Is that with the NHS 3.0?
No, this with your hands. You don't need anything. Look, this is always when you're not healthy, you have too much tension or too low energy in the body. And when you have too few minerals. The minerals you have to do by your own. And if you try the tension, you can use your legs or your arms and you take them like this and turn until the tension comes. Then you feel the tension. And you can do it for the stress of the liver, for the stress of your back, for one bone, for everything. And then you do this once and you go underneath your eyes, then you feel the eyes and go left, right, as long until you have to breathe.
Well, it'd be interesting for you to teach us this sort of thing when we come there.
Yeah,
Because it's
you
hard.
will stay with us in 2 courses and then you have it.
Do you teach all this stuff in the courses, do you?
We teach it in 2 days. And there's everything in. There's a system in, and you do not know anything about the customer. It's just a logic system and very, very, very simple.
Great.
A friend of mine in Singapore learned it and teaches. And we were in Portugal. That friend died, but he teaches this also. And another guy in Switzerland is teaching it because it's great. It's so simple, so stupid simple.
Awesome.
You do not need anything. When you have a problem here and then, if this is not correct and the leg lengths are different, then you just put your hands here and here for 2 minutes on this side. And then you see it works by its own. Very simple. And we show things which are simple, not stupid.
Beautiful.
And you don't have to be a doctor to repair something.
And very self-empowering for people to learn techniques where their own inner healer can help, and so I feel it really gives people that self-responsibility and empowerment that they can do it themselves, and that's great. So beautiful.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So, which country is winning the most nature harmony stations? Germany.
Germany.
And
I think more than
what about the water activation?
we have in Germany more than 10,000 water activation.
Wow.
And it goes more and more and more and more. And a friend of mine was in Iceland and made 1,000 kilometers of water activation at his.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
so it's really reaching all over the world now.
yes. Yesterday I sent packages with blocks and stuff for the Iceland's Kap Verden before Africa. And for 3 islands, and 1 is made, and 3 other of the 10 will get activated, and then the rain comes more to the African coast. Another guy in Mali, I gave him balls, and he started over, and I wondered why in Mali the rain goes so much north into Algeria. That was because the activation. And
right. No, that's good. Well, we've certainly seen a lot of amazing changes here in Australia, and we may as well finish off the interview because other people are wanting to get active, and people are using the cloud busters. And we try to talk to people educate them about it. But is this a serious problem when people use cloudbusters?
not for me, but for the people. The problem is that you have always clear sky, and that makes a little stagnation, and that sucks your energy. And if you use the cloudbusters, just you see there's a problem and you work on it for an hour or 2, that is perfect. But you have to remove the energy out of the devices, and nobody does this. Just put it outside, and then you have no rain, or you have hail or extreme weather, and we don't want to have this.
No.
So how would someone ground the unit, or can they be grounded or not?
Just put the system into water for a week. Or normally with flowing water you can remove the energy. But the plastic block where everything is in, that can't transfer the energy. And I have a friend of mine, he comes today also, he built this for 15 years ago. And he always seen that it works for a while and stopped. And then he tries to work with magnets and with crystals and with grounding. And after 10 years, he figured a way to bring it a little bit working. And now he has an NHS.
Very good.
Jeez. All right. Well, that's pretty much it, Urs. We're going to finish the recording and we'll have a quick chat after the recording. But thank
Okay.
you again for all your support, and we're very appreciative for your generosity of all the balls, all the blocks, all the information. Yeah, we've seen amazing changes, and also personally in my life as well, much more harmony and better energy, and very grateful for what you've done.
Nice. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.